Beautiful stars. Reading time. So we're going to do a no contact. What you think is going on in this situation versus what's really going on in this situation. Actually, first I just want to see how you guys are feeling right now with this connection. All right. Okay, main collective. How you feel with this person that you're in no contact with. Okay, so how you're feeling right now. All right, runner. With wounded feminine, so you might really resonate with the runner chaser dynamic. I think this collective right now, you're feeling quite tempted with this energy. Maybe you are wanting to break no contact. I always say that wounded feminine energy kind of puts himself in an ivory tower and really lacks vulnerability. You could also think that this person is quite tempted over your energy right now. Either way, how you're feeling currently, you're sitting in a bit of temptation here, okay? If you're really putting this runner energy in the category of a bit of a wounded feminine, you could feel internally you give this person quite a few excuses because of their lack of vulnerability. You could really know they struggle with emotional intimacy. You could really just think this person's healing right now and that's why they're running. Blast from the past, so memories, rekindling, nostalgia. It's so funny because this part I wanted to confirm main collective's energy because runner came out first. Because the way I'm explaining this, I'm more going how you think this other person is. Why do I feel like main collective could actually be the runner? The one that's avoiding the emotion, reflecting on their lack of vulnerability, their emotional intimacy, and that they're tempted right now. I feel main energy here is the runner, the more I'm looking into the actual energy. Let's get one more for your top row. Family, going over family issues right now. So family blocks. So main collective, when you're sitting in the energy of thinking of the person that you've been running from, family also comes up in your mind, which means there's some form of family interference that holds you back a little bit. Runner, mother wounds. I feel I'm picking up on a runner. That's what I feel like I'm picking up on. I'm going to be honest. I feel running energy. Because again, the question is how you're feeling, not how you think and if it was not the runner, this is all how you think this person would be feeling. Oh, these readings always confuse me because I'm so used to speaking to more feminine energy. Okay, right now, main energy. You know that you've been avoiding some things. You know you have a struggle with lack of vulnerability, and you reflect on this maybe because of an estranged kind of relationship with your mum, or maybe you had quite a bit of wounding growing up. You might not have even had an absent mother, but maybe your mother wasn't the best example when it came to emotional vulnerability. Those two are kind of the perfect pairing. When we have a lot of mother issues, even father issues, really wounds our energy from a very young age. I feel you're very tempted right now thinking about the person on your mind. And this running energy, clearly I have... This is going to be odd. But when you think about reaching out through this no contact, blocks come up. So you think about family issues here, family grievances. So again, there's been family grievances between you and the person on your mind. Okay, wounded feminine. Karmic connection. So you're sitting in some form of karmic energy in your life right now as well, and maybe you question if this person on your mind, especially because you're going over temptation, it's kind of, is it worth it? I'm seeing that cycle. So clearly the person on your mind you've had quite a few cycles with, and maybe it's that false flame. If this was really my person, it wouldn't cause me this much stress. So I feel sometimes you have questioning if it really, even though you're tempted, is it worth going around the roundabout again? But also I do think that you might have some energetical connections around you that hold you back, but you lacking your voice and your strength. It's like you're bounded to a situation or multiple situations do not serve you. I want one more for karmic and wounded feminine. On the same frequency. I think the person on your mind, sometimes you also question if they have the same thought pattern as you. But you truly believe that maybe there's some friction that just cannot be overcome. Okay, if you know these qualities in yourself, you also believe the person on your mind embodies some of these same qualities. Okay, or also, like I said, if you do have certain karmic energies in your life, you feel these people are on your same frequency. It's like, there's a bit of you that questions if maybe these people can be trusted, but you always fall back to, you feel safe around these people. What are you feeling tempted by? I think it's this rekindling. I'm sorry. So again, wanting to give an apology to someone. I am definitely picking up a runner here. Okay. I've never just focused a reading on, I'm going to say masculine energy, because the wounded masculine normally takes on the running energy. I've never just done a focus on a masculine, and I think this is how this reading's going to go. So it's what you're feeling, what you think is going on, and what's really going on with the person on your mind. But right now, you are really wanting to apologize for some things, but it goes back to, is it worth it? Should I open this wound up again? Let it be masculine or feminine collective watching me. You're going to need patience with me on this one, because like I said, this is the first time I've done it this way, so I've got to... We'll be right. Okay. So you're tempted to give an apology right now. Blast from the past. But a lot of frustration comes over you, and again, it goes back to that stress that you've experienced every time you have tried to communicate with this person. But I do think when you go over certain memories here, or let it be you have come across some things, it does activate a bit of frustration in your soul. I do think you reflect on your behavior and how you've interacted with the person on your mind, and It's that, no, I'm not dealing, hurt boundaries. Maybe for a very long time, you just couldn't get past the anger that you felt for this person. Hothead, anger, temper. You could also be thinking that this is the reaction that you're going to get from this person, especially if the last point you spoke to this person, unfortunately, you didn't handle it correctly. But again, this is how you're feeling. So I think it's more you reflect on your behavior and how you've approached certain situations with this person. Divine Masculine, you know you need more strength here. And I think this is also something you get frustrated with. And again, confirming we're reading a masculine energy right now. Maybe you feel like you don't have all your ducks in a row at the moment. Maybe you are wanting, a stronger, successful path in life, or you've really been trying to work on your mental discipline and your action in life. Clearly the person on your mind you hold quite highly. If you know that you need divine masculine strength to approach this, in your mind, this person is kind of no nonsense. Like, they don't muck around with boundaries. The biggest thing I'm hearing for this masculine energy is you really struggle to voice your true needs and wants in life, and you know that this comes from your upbringing and certain situations you choose to keep yourself in. It's like, you choose some of your surroundings and the people you choose to have around you more for comfort. It's like there's a part of your soul that knows some of the connections around you hold you back, but again, you feel like you're on the same frequency with these people. So you question your intuition. Even though these people can keep your life on hold. I always say, with whatever endeavor we're choosing to go down, let it be a relationship, let it be looking for a home, let it be a job, let it be wanting to purchase something, let it be with our family, friends. If there's continuous obstacles presented with a path we're choosing to go down, it means it's not the right path. When obstacles always present, let it be through situations or people, there's lessons that need to be learned. So this main collective, you're wanting to activate this masculine energy within you, but it's like you keep getting stuck at roadblocks, which means those roadblocks you're getting stuck at, you need to be more perceptive. You need a better perception, because it's like the universe is trying to show you certain decisions you're making. These decisions are not serving you. They're keeping you stuck. It's like you tend to come around the same roundabout time and time again because you're not changing the direction and the decisions with your actions and emotions. So you might feel you're on the same frequency with these people, but are these people around you blocking you in life? Do you just choose to keep them in your life because of comfort? And that's all you know. I think there's a lot of fear that surrounds this main collective. Telepathy. So you clearly know you have some form of gift. I think you have a very strong intuition, but I think you choose to ignore it. You could also feel this person on your mind that you're in no contact with. There's a very strong telepathic connection. Let it be you get those examples, because it is no contact, so it's not like you have proof that it's telepathically connected, but you could find proof. Let it be through socials, especially if you have this person as a friend. You know those little green buttons that come up? It's like you jump online at the same time, or let it be, even if they're not on your socials, you watch this person on burners or whatever it is. It's like you pop up on socials at the same time, or, they post things that align with what you're doing in life right now. I feel this right masculine, you know that you're very highly connected in the mind with this person, but maybe you question it sometimes. And also you could be really getting a lot of signs through family and friends, how telepathically you're connected you are with the people that are attached to your energy. Okay. One more. Again, you really are feeling a lot of intensity. You're journaling. You really do. You've got this sense of urgency to move forward, movement with some form of apology, but you just can't find the words. And you're very worried about what will come next if you do express yourself. I'm just going to say this, and it's like as if I was speaking to my feminines. If you know how you've left this has really affected this person, or even if you don't know it's affected this person, but you're reflecting on your behavior and you know how you've approached this situation is incorrect, but you're choosing to hold back this apology because you're worried about the reaction, or you're worried about opening up your wound again and feeling rejected, or feeling like this person you're in no contact with is going to put up strong boundaries, and this could, you know, really take you 100 steps back emotionally. Yes, that's understandable. And yes, you are choosing yourself and your sanity, you could say. But I will say this, anyone in life that intentionally hurts someone or intentionally keeps things away from someone, even with wounded energy, okay, you are choosing to keep someone in pain because you are more worried about the reaction you're going to get from this person. And that creates karma. It really does. So this right collective, if you know you've hurt this person through how you've treated them, with lack of answers, you see yourself as a runner. You know you've lacked emotional intimacy here. You know you've lacked emotional openness. You need to change your outlook of the expectation by me apologizing, because this is where you're sending yourself crazy. What if I apologize and I don't get my way? Because that's pretty much what it is. You're holding yourself back from clearing out your soul with guilt because you're worried about feeling rejected. That's not good, and it's not good mentally. Okay, I will tap into how the person on your mind in no contact is feeling about you, but that, for the right collective, it shouldn't matter because you know you've done wrong. Okay. It's like you're sending yourself crazy, journaling, or rewriting things that you should send, and instead of writing it in your notes, why don't you write it to the person on your mind? This kind of energy, and I always talk about the power of projection, and if you were facing a lot of blocks in your life with the people around you, family, friends, other love situations, whatever it is, it starts with you. And if you know in your soul you're an avoidant, well, not an avoidant, but when it comes to intimacy, this can be very confronting for you, right? And you know it's easier for you to run from a fire than face a fire. These are the kinds of people you will forever call into your life to make you learn this lesson. It's kind of that prepare to get a taste of your own medicine, okay? Until we heal the things in our armor, we will forever be shown them through lessons, because that's what makes us strong and that's what makes us learn to walk through it. So if you are facing other blocks in your life with people, it's kind of really going within and reflecting. And if you are wanting certain things in your life to change, it starts from you, okay? But I just want one more, just to confirm. We did get runner and masculine. I just want one more deck, and then we're really going to break down what's really going on with this person on your mind. How are you feeling right now towards them? So you believe this to be a soul connection, but how much they've there it goes, the fear. This person on your mind has put in a lot of effort. You're now starting to think this person, they don't want to put the effort into me anymore. Which means, again, you know you've had opportunities to express yourself, but you chose not to. So once upon a time, this runner, and you knew clear as day how much this person loved you. And they've clearly tried to fix this multiple times. It's like you've backed yourself in a corner now and you don't want to show your cards. But now you feel that this person, they don't want to chase anymore. So clearly you're facing, I know this is a no contact, but you're really facing a lot of silence from this person. And maybe you just never thought you would get the silence that you're getting now. So you're really starting to believe, even though you think this is a soul connection, that this person's not available for you anymore, which goes back to what we were saying. So because you have fear they're not available anymore, and even though you know you've treated this not the best way, you're choosing not to open up, even though this person has opened up so many times to you and let you know that they were still there. That's a little bit sad. You'd be very heavy on your soul. This is very weird. I've never done a masculine's perspective. It's weird. So you know you neglected this person. So the right energy you know you're in the wrong, but you're refusing to apologize because you're scared of the reaction you're going to get. That's sad. I failed to give you what you need. If you really believe this is a soul tie, I think you need to give this person a little bit more credit here. I'm going to be honest. This reminds me of an energy that you overgeneralize people. You think people think how you think. That's not life. We all think differently. So because you've neglected this person, because you've ran from this person, because you lacked emotional intimacy from this person, you could have betrayed this person, you could have lied to this person, whatever the case, your brain is at that point, you think everybody else thinks like you in life, which means you would be someone that is highly accusing in relationships. You would really struggle to trust people. You would always be looking for ulterior motives because you yourself know that you walk through life in a wounded place. So you just are always expecting people to hurt you, unfortunately, how you hurt them. And that's sad. So again, right collective, you know what you need to do, but you're just thinking everything you've done to this person is going to be inflicted on you. So you're sitting in long suffering. It's like, this reminds me of an energy you really thought time would heal all wounds, but it's just intensifying as the weeks, the months go on. Reflection. So you are reflecting. Being away from you has allowed me to gain, I think you are starting to gain clarity, and I think you are starting to change your perception. Is it solidified yet? No, it's not. You still have a lot of fear of what comes next from this person. Instead of thinking, I have to clear out my karma, I just need to be honest with my emotion. If you really believe this is a soul tie, this energy ain't going anywhere until you solve it. It's that unfinished business. I always say this for my feminines. Just because they get ghosted, it doesn't mean they're the only one that feels the lack of closure. No, it's you guys too. And this shows it. So just because you feel you're in control of the situation by choosing your silence and choosing yourself to move forward, look at you internally. So the lack of closure for you as well, and knowing where this person stands with you after your own behavior is driving you crazy. So again, wouldn't you just want to... It shouldn't matter about this person's response. You should be looking at it as, I know I need to do this to also help my sanity, okay? It's going to be very interesting how this person views you. Damage. So again, you know, sorry. I shouldn't laugh. But you know, and you know you're both hurting from this. Like I just said, it's like you both, your threads are like this for one another. Can I tell you this right now? This is something, especially if it is a soul tie, I need to tap into it. This is destined to come into a full circle moment. It's destined to. If it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the track, it will come full circle. So if you think time's going to heal all wounds, this will always be a seed in the back of your mind until this comes full circle. So wouldn't you want to be in control of that cycle? Just saying. Because otherwise divine intervention, divine timing will be at play either way. Okay. So underneath soul tie, and this goes back to your first part, there are parts of you that still feel that there was a little, that you did feel a little bit unsatisfied towards maybe the end of this or through this connection. Soul tie, I wasn't happy with the way things were going. So you are still trying to validate your reason to run. So deep in your soul, you know there's been damage that needs to take account for, but you clearly also believe the person on your mind, there's things that they need to voice to you as well. Even though you do see them as the chaser and putting in a lot of effort towards you, it's like you still feel that them themselves need to explain some things to you. But I'm also hearing the moments this gets very intense for you, you try to validate why you're staying away. And one of the things are you reflect towards the end of your connection and you reflect on maybe how you didn't feel the most satisfied. And then that gives you strength to hold on to not coming through, because you think if this could be like this before, it will happen again. Okay. If this really was my soul tie, then I wouldn't have felt this way towards the end. But everything happens for a reason. You're confused. And you could also think that this person on your mind feels very unsatisfied about this whole situation. But again, it's your overthinking mind that's sending havoc on you. Chaser. So you were very indecisive. You know you've had opportunities to fix this. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. So again, the right masculine energy, you've had multiple chances to put your cards on the table, but you weren't in the place of doing it, which means you were clearly choosing your lifestyle. I'm going back to that family, the karmic energy around you. You were choosing your comfort, okay? You clearly really got your heart broken here, and I'm not trying to not validate your emotion. For you to, from what I can see, love this person this much, but keep them at such an arm's distance, you got your heart broken. But that's part of life. Everyone gets their heart broken. A broken heart should never harden your heart. You should learn from the experience and grow from the experience. A life without love is no life at all, really. And what I said before about this collective, because you overgeneralize everyone and you think people think like you would have very bad trust issues, and not just in love. This would affect your family relationships, it would affect your friendships, it would affect work situations. I think you think your distrust just comes from love, or how you've been treated in love, but everything always stems to our actions, and you need to really sit and reflect properly of all aspects of your life. Because this right collective, you've got no sanctuary in love. You clearly don't have sanctuary in your home life or your friendship life. You can see it. You can see all the different things you think about. I always say, when we blame everyone else and everything keeps going to our life, there's only one common denominator, and that's us. So if the same things keep coming to your table, it's not everybody else's fault. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow. But I always say, the first step of true change is proper self-awareness and acknowledgement and stopping the blame game. Because we really start to see how our actions impact our life and the people around us. And we actually want to do better and be better. Neglected. So you feel the absence of this. You're in agony. You would be a shell of yourself. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. So even though you keep neglecting this situation, and maybe you could have felt a little bit neglected by this person as well. I'm not trying to say you didn't, but it's like a piece of your soul is missing. It's so sad. What are you reflecting on? Your running energy. So you know. Oh, there's clearly some things you're a bit frightened to say here. I don't want to run anymore. Well, you don't need to. You don't need to. But you've got to stop being so scared of what comes next. Live in the now. Instead of thinking the worst may happen, what if the best happens? Don't always see the situation as glass half empty. There's a positive to every negative. But you know, you've got it twice. You don't like your running behavior. I don't even think you've realized you were a runner. I think this is probably the first time in your life that you've started to realize how you run from fires instead of facing fires. And if you were really wanting that divine masculine strength, you have to walk and stop avoiding the fires. Because this is what's keeping you into wounded energy. Face it. Don't have fear for it. And just remember your lion strength is what I'm hearing. Just as the feminines, and I say this to my feminines all the time, you guys have blood of fire and steel. You are unstoppable. But your masculines are exactly the same. They just need to tap into it. Stop being so hard on yourself over things you can change. These are things that are in your control, but you're choosing not to change it because you're choosing to stay in what you think is comfort. Your comfort seems agonizing. I always say what is out of your hands needs to be out of your mind and heart, but this is in your hands. You are the one that has chosen the indecision, not the person on your mind. That's something in your control. The only way to really activate that divine masculine energy you're seeking is to truly stop this. In all aspects of your life, not just love. Everything we say is for a reason. All those areas in your life you're facing obstacles, change it. It's scary, but change it. Choose to jump off that cliff and find your wings. Because right now, it's like you're sinking. You haven't learnt how to swim just yet. Okay? So underneath damage. self-love. So maybe you struggle with a few insecurities and self-worth, but you daydream all the time. So you're always longing for this person. It's clearly insecurities, and it's not just with this person. It's, again, in all aspects of your life. You smell like someone that's change resistant. You don't like change. Change overwhelms you. So you've probably had, the same friends around you majority of your life. Probably always kind of been in the same area. I just feel that you're someone, when you're confronted with unexpected disappointment or rejection, it sets you in a tailspin in life. So you just like to stay with what you know, but what you know isn't serving you. Look at the person it's making you become. Change is our best friend, but you need to teach your mind that. I always say, you've got to remember, our subconscious programming, that starts from 3-4 years old. It's a thought pattern. Our shadow, we are made to believe that's who we are. It's not. It's what's stopping us in life. The only way to reprogram this is to keep walking through the fires that scare you. To finally teach your brain, this isn't as scary as my poor little 3-4-year-old mind made it out to be. You have to keep walking through it. You have to keep riding the wave of the emotion that scares you. If it's abandonment, keep putting yourself in situations you're going to be abandoned. If it's rejection, same thing. Whatever it is, you have to keep walking through it to see, this doesn't rule me. I'm stronger than this. Your soul is so heavy, and it doesn't need to be. And again, the values and where you are in life, there's so much comparison. I always say the biggest downfalls in life are fear, envy, and comparison. And this collective, you sit in fear, you compare a lot, which affects your self-love. You are you. No one else is you. Who cares where you are in life? Be proud of where you are in life. And how you're going to be proud of where you are in life is by starting to make some changes. I always say it's never too late to change your life, and I find there's so many people in this world, and this collective, look it up because you're clearly a little bit affected about where you are at in life. Most people don't really find their birthright, their path of success till their, let's say, 30s to 40s, truly, because that's when the life experience is gained. That's when you really start to understand this world, and you start to understand your passions in life. And there's so many people that are so hard on themselves at a young age because you're comparing. There are so many later life success stories because later on in life, you know who you are, okay? Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop focusing on the negatives. Find the positives in every day. And then you've got your, so you've been a bit dishonest here. Face it. So if honesty is something that is very confronting to you, again, that started from a young age. Face it. If you know by lying you rip this connection apart, face it. Walk through it. Find strength in it. Because what you're doing right now, it's not working. All right, I just want to see how you think this person is feeling. This reading's taking a turn. I just want to see how you think this person on your mind sees you, and then we'll really break them down, okay? Not that it should matter. Like I said, positive or negative, you should be wanting to click. Oh my God, we split it on twinnies. So you clearly do think this person's your twinnie. Magic. All right, so how do you think, well, you think they think you're their twinnie, their soul tie, so what are you doing? But let's get into it. So what do you think this person, how do you think this person sees you? Oh God. You're scared. So first one, 11, J. Argumentative, you could have been a bit abusive. You guys had a lot of fights, that they see you in this situation as very painful, that they go over how many times, doing it again and again, the repetitive energy, that they've snapped here. Kinky sex, maybe you guys had a bit of a intense sex life, but the anger that you embody, and again, the repeated cycles. There's a part of you that believes that they do want to communicate, but they're nervous. That was my brother, so maybe you have some brother interference here. But what I was going to say, so 12th of the 7th could have been an important date or memory, or 7th of the 12th. You don't want to be a runner anymore. You want to be a divine masculine. You know this person has put in a lot of effort, but it's like you're expecting them to come back to you. You're not changing your cycle. You think this person is about to make contact and text or call you. So again, you are in that wounded feminine energy. You're putting yourself in an ivory tower to escape the damage here. It's like you're telling yourself, they just reach out to me again, then I'm kind of in the driver's seat here. I don't need to speak about what's happened, but this time we can kind of make it work. That's not right. And the universe will not let that happen. You could think that they're waiting on a message from you, but I think that you genuinely believe it's them nervous to make contact, and then they stop themselves and you got anger and temper. You know that you have a side of you that isn't the best. Okay. But strength, they have found strength in this. I think this, again, it's just your hopes and belief. It's like you check your phone. You really believe that this person's going to be the one to reach out to you. It's a little bit alarming, okay? But if you do not want to run anymore, stop running. just say. But maybe you've had a sense of urgency. This is a timing card of the next 7 to 14 days. So there could be a part of you that really believes, let it be you've been dreaming about this person's finding their self-belief. And back to that other part, I feel like you know this person's not going to put any more effort in here. But as I've gone to this, it's like you still have hopes they're going to, that they're going to make the first move towards you. But then to have strength next to it, they could be a Leo or you could be a Leo, but it's more, I think you see them as holding on to the control of emotion when it comes to you now, that they have found their worthiness when it comes to this connection, that strength is also a very compassionate energy. So I do think there's a part of you that still thinks this person has compassion and tenderness towards you. But again, if you believe they're finding their strength and empowerment and their self-worth, their self-belief, this one's just a little bit confusing. Like, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. So they could be an air sign, or you could be an air sign. You could be an air and fire pairing. But this is another card of communication and curiosity. Maybe you think they're gathering information about you. You could think that they're looking in on your socials right now. Maybe this person as well, they're very intellectual. You could see them as quite smart. But maybe that they're using their logic towards this. So it's like they have a sense of urgency to speak to you, but they hold themselves back. There it is. You could think that they think you've got someone in your life, but I think this is you. You see this person as your divine feminine. But also, especially because Mother came out, maybe another reason you think this person is holding back, and I just want to make it clear, I feel intuitively, and I'm about to tap into them, I think it's your behavior that holds them back, not because of your mother, or it's more this. I think you're right when it comes to this. But you could think that this person looks in and sees you to have quite a bit of baggage in your life. It's kind of that bowing out gracefully. And that you lack your feminine energy, your compassion and understanding. Okay, there's no way you think that this person sees you thriving in your feminine energy. You got wounded feminine and you got the running energy twice. So if anything, it's that you lack compassion and understanding for this, for your behavior and this situation. So you're not silly. You're quite self-aware. This is very alarming because all of these, you know that this person on your mind sees how you've treated them, but you want them to be the one to reach out to you. It's not balanced. All right, this whip energy. I can't see that. Steady movement forward, going the distance, traveling. I think I can, I think I can't. Focal point. I do think it is a focal point. Your first card, and I literally had just said, I think this person really holds on to this card. I think this is their focal point, but you do believe that this person sees you as moving forward from this energy or changing this energy about you. It's illuminated in your first deck, so you know you've got a bit of a temper, you know you've got a little bit of a short fuse, so maybe you really are working on it. With the deep reflection I see you're going through, you could be working on this, and if this is your main focus to work on, what's the universe going to do? If you're really wanting to heal this, they're going to keep putting you in the fire to activate this, to see how you're overcoming it. So you would be having situations to do with family, friends, work. If you're an intolerant person, they're going to keep putting you in situations to work on your tolerance. I think you think this person, until you really heal this, they're not going to put up with it. And I'm going to be honest, I kind of think you're right. I will get into them in a minute. What you think this person feels. Oh gosh, you really do believe that they're going to reach out to you. Yes, the time has come. New beginnings, fresh start. Seeing you as a goal, coming alive, growth, want a new cycle with you, fertility. You could think that they want to have children with you, but this is the road that's alarming when it comes to them communicating, but they're just a little bit nervous because of how they have felt rejected by you, and had this behavior from you. It's like you still believe that it's going to be them to reach out to you. That's not helping your running energy. Strength. But then underneath, you're driving yourself crazy, because then underneath strength, you think, nah, this person's cut me out. Sudden, unexpected. They've cut this off. They've released this. They've ripped off the Band-Aid. Maybe you think that they're going to give you a reckoning if you come through. You could think that this person's sitting there thinking you're going to come in and you guys are going to have a new start. But if you're feeling that outlook, I don't know why you're not moving forward. I more think it's you think this person, you come in and out, because it's like as the weeks are going on, you're not hearing from them again. So it's like they will message, no, but they won't. They will, but they won't. That's what the main thing I'm feeling from this. And you could really be thinking, if you come in, that they're ready to just give you a reckoning for what's happened. So again, it's the fear of having to explain yourself and actually have to take accountability for some of the things you've inflicted on this connection. So you really are in a wounded feminine place. Air sign. This person clearly presents very confident. It affects your insecurities. You could think that they see you as confident and trusting your inner knowing and believing in your power and resilience. I actually think that's how you see them. I think this is where your intimidation comes from. It could be you, but I'm going to be honest. I think it's kind of that, why would this person choose me? Especially because you're not hearing from them anymore. I really believe that they're in their confidence right now. They're trusting themselves. I think this is them. Wow, they've got the strength of a lion. This is what I was saying you needed to activate in you. They're majestic. They're in their self-esteem. That's what I believe with this. I think you question yourself a lot compared to this person. Comparison is not good. Maybe that they think you're stuck in your pride and ego. You could have moments you think they're stuck in their pride and ego, but I can't see that. But anyway, how they've overcome difficulties, how they're devoted, how their heart is centered. I just can't see how these two, you could think they think this about you, because you don't think that about yourself. Like, look at these. You're very hard on yourself. So I can't see you sitting there thinking that you're majestic and you're confident and you trust your inner knowing, and because you don't. From what I can see, that's not what you see about yourself, okay? I more think it's the intimidation that you've created in your own mind, about this person, that there's a third party involved, so maybe that they've moved on or they know what you did. Okay, you've got to remember you got karmic connection, you got that lion card. Maybe they know some of your truths that you haven't wanted to tell them. So honesty is another thing for you that you need to work on. Honesty. Not be scared of your truth. But anyway, okay, let's really get into this. Okay, so let's see how they actually feel about you. It's so funny because I went to get these two cards fell with runner at the bottom, so already I think this person is seeing you as a runner. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, how is the person on your mind feeling towards you right now? This person, geez Louise. So on the same frequency, the one, karmic energy, wounded masculine. So you see yourself as a wounded feminine. They see you as a wounded masculine. So that whip energy or jealousy, maybe the way that you can be quite explosive with your emotion, that you have been quite claiming in the past, a lot of trust issues here, which I felt that as I was reading you. This person, I'm going to be honest, the one and on the same frequency came out, and I think this person loves you. I think you hold a key to their heart, but I'm not going to lie, I do think they're reflecting on the behavior here. You've got karmic energy, highs, lows, and turbulent with wounded masculine. I think this person has hopes that, or has had hopes that you saw them as the one as well, but it's like they're going over their mind, over maybe certain details that they weren't focusing on in the past. I think that they're trying to make sense of why they love you. They're seeing you as a wounded masculine, and you know it. You know in your energy with that whip card. And I had that deviation for you about how you overgeneralize people, and you come off quite accusatory, is that the word? And you know, you might have been quite a hard lover to be around. It's just sad because you're focusing on your running and wounded feminine energy, and I think maybe for so long this person on your mind did kind of understand this about you, but it's not even that you're running from them anymore. They're actually going into, how can I see this person as the one? Look at what they've done. Look at their actions in life, okay? Where I think maybe before this person did have empathy and understanding for why you were running, but that's not their focus. They're actually focusing on the nitty-gritties here. It's like, let's get one more for your top row, because from what I can feel, I'm going to be honest, I don't think this person is... Let's get one more. How do they see you? Dark Night of the Soul. You've destroyed this person. And you probably destroyed them for the better. But look at that card, the despair. This person's been in agony over you. Yes, and this is probably why they see you as the one, because they probably have had a lot of acceptance for a long time, because you changed them and you made them tap into the best version of themselves. But they're probably also thinking, without you experiencing your dark night and reflecting on your shadow, that you will always be like this. And you can't help it. You clearly haven't communicated with this person. So just how you were creating a perception, this person's perception right now, unfortunately, this is all they can hold on to. Because you haven't given them answers. But I am hearing both for this dark night. I think they reflect on the pain quite a bit, especially with this karmic energy, these highs and lows that they've experienced here. I'm going to be honest, I feel this person has love for you, but they're trying to be very realistic about the situation right now. But let's confirm. On the same frequency. So you got mother wounds. They see father wounds when they think of you. So that's why they got the wounded masculine. So you got mother wounds and wounded feminine. So you right now are sitting in your lack of empathy and understanding. They're sitting in and thinking you lack divine masculine drive, which you are wanting, this collective. You are wanting to find your divine masculine drive, but that's what they're focusing on. You could be a January baby, my garnet just fell. Or you could have just bought a garnet, or you need some garnet, activate that passion and magic in you. So this person on your mind is focusing on why you don't have your divine masculine strength. Okay, you both have clearly embodied father trauma. So this person on your mind, maybe when you met them, they had more of an estranged relationship with their family, or I think they've had so much empathy and understanding again for your lack of strength, because they had kind of, I wouldn't say the same father figure, but you clearly both had similar traumas because of your fatherly examples in your life. Okay, but that's just blown me away, because again, you had the perfect pairing for your wounded feminine. They've got the perfect pairing here thinking about you for your wounded masculine. So a big thing for them to be focusing on this, and without that divine masculine, I always say when a true divine masculine is in their divine, you're locked in. Okay, nothing will stop you. So they haven't experienced that from you being locked in. So that's why they're reflecting more on that now. Although I will say, like I said before, I do think they've tried to come from the outlook of having understanding with your lack of feminine energy to drive you and have empathy and understanding of their emotions and the situations. But now, because they're trying to be more realistic, this person on your mind understands without your divine masculine strength, there's just no hope here. Okay, so it's not even so much that they're wanting empathy and understanding, they're wanting action, which is a little bit alarming from the person on your mind, because if anything, they should be wanting the empathy and understanding and the compassion from you before the action, which means this person on your mind, actually, we're just gonna have to keep going. I don't want to say that just yet. The one, hot and cold, that's what I believe. It's here, but it's like they hate themselves for it. There's moments they think you're the one, And then they think, just how you thought with that unsatisfied, they think, how can they be my one? Look at how they've treated me. I think the person on your mind is on a little bit of a brink. I'm going to be honest. The only positive card we've got here in the nicest way, and I know I shouldn't be putting more fear into you, masculine energy, but the only positive card we have is the one. But then you got to confirm it hot and cold. So I think as you're watching this person on your mind is... Let's just put it this way. That Birds card with the about to take action, in the nicest way, you're a little bit delulu. I don't think this person has any sense of urgency right now to send you any kind of message. I think they've wanted to, but I feel there's been some time here. I ain't even gonna lie. I have had a lot of feminine collectives over the past couple of weeks finding detachment, and I feel this is one of my feminine collectives finding... I don't even want to say detachment, I want to say surrender. Let's get one more for the one in hot and cold. Ghost, that's what I'm... Sign! They're being realistic. So you ghosted this person. We said that before. If you are... This is where I was saying that Birds card with that, you are not seeing this right. This person's been burnt so many times by you. And I think you've ghosted this person more than once. I'm going to be honest. You are highly mistaken if you think this person's about to bloody blow you up and start chasing you again. Okay? Just saying. I think for so long they saw you as their home. They saw you as their safe place, even through what was done here. I actually think this person sat there pining and craving and always had hopes you would come back around, but you just kept pushing them away. So that's not this person's... It's not their obligation to come to you. That's where you need to change your perspective right now. You know, reading you know what you've done, and you know you've done this. So why would you think they're going to come to you? Again, I should say again, because I think this person has come to you multiple times. This is where they start to go hot and cold with the one. They wouldn't have ghosted me. They wouldn't have done to me what they did. Karmic energy. Family. So they do think about your family. You're right. So they know you're bound to your family. There's some family things that maybe they feel like an option to your family. Maybe, and you know it. This, right, you know it. You had family that came out. Maybe you really did choose your family over your love. So again, why would they come to you if you chose your family over them? So you could do it again to them? Like, let's be real. And again, I think they have empathy and understanding of your behavior because of your upbringing or... Oh, this is sad. Divine masculine. Isn't it funny? And wounded masculines there. I think they still have belief you can find this within you, but I don't think they're holding their breath anymore. Addictions. So they think you get swallowed up by addictions in life, which add to your aggression and your temperament and your explosive emotion, which means this person thinks you desanitize. They think you don't know how to deal with what you feel, and you know that. I could see it as I was reading you. You don't understand your own emotion. You think you do, which is sad, but just your intolerance and your temperament. I don't think you've ever had to, like I said, you keep running away from your fires in life instead of facing them. And I know that's confronting. Just how when I read my feminines, I rip off the Band-Aid. I'm going to do it for your masculine. I'm going to do the same. I'm not a sugarcoater, but this person thinks what adds to your lack of healing. I don't know if they've witnessed any healing in you. I think they think you're bound to addictions and kind of that you don't want to change. And in the nicest way, I think you do want to change, but you stop yourself because you'd rather stay in comfort. So in an odd right, I think they're right. You don't genuinely want to change. You know you need to. You know you need to change things, but you're not making the decisions to do that. You just stay in the same shit, okay? I always say self-pity is poison. If you want to change, it's decision, change, okay? People complain about their job, but they don't leave because they stay there for the external attachment, right? The finances. They hate it. They know it unfulfills them, but I'm going to stay. So they just choose to complain. They stay in shit situations with family members. Oh, but that's my family. I have to. No, bullshit. Family's our biggest karmic lesson. Stay in bad love situations that completely destroy our soul. Oh, but the codependence or the abandonment or whatever it is. There's always issues in people's lives that they constantly complain about, but they choose not to make change. And unfortunately, this is coming out as I'm reading your person. So they might genuinely feel this about you. It's like they have felt empathy for you for so long, but they're seeing you as choosing not to change. That's not their burden to carry. Okay? If they feel second best or third best to your family and your addictions, no wonder they're trying to detach from seeing you as the one. It's sad. And can I tell you something? This whole blood is thicker than water is absolute rubbish. Yes, your family brings you up, but once you're old enough and you find that other person, you're meant to create your own nest, your own family. People that prioritize their family's needs and wants over their partner and the person they're creating their own foundation with, you're absolutely crazy. Your love will never last. Love, you need to be a team. You need to walk through life together, not prioritize addictions, family members and friends, or whatever the case is. You will never have a thriving love, this person or the next person. But this is where they hold on, like I said, because you changed them. So because you inspired them to grow, through the pain you put them through, everything happens for a reason. This is a part of them that holds on to you. I think they'll love you forever in the depth of their soul because you did change them. You made them, you inspired them to be better. You inspired them with their wisdom, their serenity, their faith, their connection to spirit, harmony, peace, their belief, their hope. Love. You made them feel a love that maybe they never felt in their life. But again, it's like this person is thinking, I can't just keep holding on to the change that this person created for me. This change that they created for me came because they gave me so much trauma that I needed to walk through. So yes, it's beautiful. Without them, I wouldn't be who I am. But now that they deeply reflect, they realize this dark night came because of you put some trauma on this person, okay? So yes, you forever changed them, but you forever broke them. One more. Psychic abilities popped out when that came. They could see you as very special, or you could have activated their psychic gifts in them. I find that a lot with true divines. Maybe you guys lost a pregnancy, so they go over that as well, or you guys were talking about children. There's clearly pain in their heart with something to do with pregnancy here. You activated them. This is reminding me of one of my feminine collectives that you, masculine, you walked away from them while they were either experiencing some form of loss of pregnancy or you asked them to terminate. You walked away as they were activating and seeing this world differently. You put them in the crazy basket. You walked away when they had nothing. I don't think you knew this person to have a family connection or friendships around them. You literally left them there to sink. And you expect them to reach out to you. It's just very odd. It's very odd. This person didn't just lose you. They lost everything as their mind was changing. So again, what I said to you at the start, acceptance from this person or not, they deserve an apology. And that's your burden to carry, but you will forever get karma until you clear this out. And that's not their fault. That's your fault for your actions and your decisions you made with this person. But I'll tell you right now, I don't think it'll go how you've got one card here of the one, but everything around it questions it. Look what they did to me. And I think another saving grace you had for so long was this person held on to the love because of how you changed them. But now they're starting to really reflect, hold on, no, wait. They changed me because they gave my soul the last bit of trauma my soul could take. This person you're connected to has clearly had a very tumultuous life, because I always say whoever activates into that divine feminine side first, their soul cannot take any more trauma. So I think for so long they saw you as the catalyst of their awakening. They might have seen you as their twin flame divine and took it down to, no, they're my divine, they activated me. This person's starting to realize they didn't activate me because they were my divine. They activated me because of all the trauma they put in my soul. They literally left me at my worst and they never looked back. Just saying. It's sad, and they are. Now they sit in the betrayal and the deceit, where for so long I think this person felt like they had unconditional love for you. One more. Yeah, they thought you were their twin. They could still have seeds that you're their twin, but I do think it's transitioning because they're actually properly healing now by releasing you. But let's keep going. We'll get another deck. We'll see what... Okay. I want to get these. I want to see how they view you as a person right now as you're watching this. The Scythe, you're right. So oh God, something's come and it's probably come over them unexpectedly. I think the person you can feel their transition, you can feel their shift, especially if this emotion has just really come over you over the past few weeks. We have had a huge shift in the feminines and masculines with the Saturn and Venus conjunctions and retrogrades. It's made a lot of feminine collectives really release karmic cycles that have held them back their whole life. But this person, they're releasing this right now. Yeah, they're like, nope, end of a season. I can't do this anymore. They're opening their mind in different ways now. I think for so long they did see your side, probably more than they saw their side, but now they're sitting in the deception of this all. They're looking at you as a chameleon, so a bit of a shapeshifter, that they can't trust you and you can't. That's sad. I really do think they are noticing the lack of empathy, but there's still a part of them that sees you as their divine masculine, but they think you move through life with your ego and pride, and you were right, that came out for you. But I think now where they thought there would be success here, they see this as wishfulness. But again, it's clearly been a while, okay? I think they hope that you're finding your inner identity, which is nice. But they're coming into a self-realization about maybe what they've excused here. But I do think that they hope you come into self-realization. I don't think this person's angry at you. I think there's just more of I think if anything, they're probably more angry at themselves. Okay, so they are going over a pregnancy here. There is something that burdens their heart with that. But I think when it comes to you, it's that, remember that dark night of the soul. I think they've always had hopes that you can transform, but they're starting to realize they can't focus on your transformation. They need to focus on their own transformation. They still have moments, again, I guess it's hot and cold, that they want to renew this, but they're restless in the thought of it. But pregnancy, birth, okay, you could be slender and tall as well, so maybe they try and remember how you looked. Maybe it's, I'm hearing it for a reason, it's like this person's forgotten your face, so maybe they don't have images of you, or it's like they don't, it's weird. I'm hearing it, I'm gonna say it, I'm hearing it. It's like they don't remember you, your voice, your face. It's like they try to, which means this has been a while. It's like they remember your body. 17th of the 1st, 717, 17th of the 10th could be important memory or birthday. But from tears of sorrow to tears of joy, again, I don't think this person is angry at you. I think they've faced their sorrow here. I think it's more of an acceptance, but they're releasing. There's an emotional release. They can't keep chasing after something. I wonder why. But again, a positive here is just because they're changing, there's still moments that they reflect on you. They always will, especially if they see you as their twin. But I think this person is trying to focus on those tears of joy, okay? But this is nice too, overflowing abundance. I think they have hopes that you find your abundance in life. If this person really found their abundance through you, so I always say external abundance starts from internal abundance. So I do think this person really wishes that you have an abundant life and you find success and you find happiness, and I don't think this person ever wishes sorrow on you. But again, it's just the emotional release that I think they're focusing on right now. Yeah, of course they're going to cut this off. If you promise this person children and marriage and then you did what you did, it's like they're just starting to realize now, okay, yeah, they wanted marriage here, but now they're actually going over their values. And this would make sense why they're going over your behavior. If they're really wanting life partner energy, I'm not saying this to upset you, but they wouldn't just be reflecting of you as a lover, but how you would be as a father, okay? How you would be parenting a child. So this is why they're going over your behavior. So it's probably hard for this person to let you go, but unfortunately, and I'm saying this in the nicest way, if you weren't a nice lover, you would be a terrible father. Sorry, I have to say it. And this person is looking more long-term, what they're envisioning in their life, which means they're coming to the point where they're ready for this. So I always say naturally, when we start to really become ready for this, we're a lot more selective. When we truly know our needs and wants, we're so much more selective of the people we let around our table. And I think that's what's helping this person with the acceleration of emotional release. And they might not even know it. They might not even know why it's all starting to shift and why they're seeing you differently. They could just think it's because of the lack of communication from you. I actually think it's because this person, their values and their belief system is changing because of what they're wanting out of life. So that is another thing. You need, if you aren't ready at that point of the same values as them, I wouldn't toy with this person's emotion anymore, because I feel this right collective, you're lucky if you've got one chance here. And if you ain't ready for that, don't be coming in making false promises. This person seems very energetically connected. They'll see right through you, okay? So if anything, if you're just wanting to clear your chest, maybe approach it with just an apology for your behavior. If you're not ready to have a life with someone, don't have the expectation of going in with an apology and wanting to rekindle things if you're not in that energetical place. Hopefully that makes sense, because this person will see right through it. Their programming, their belief system, everything's changing in them right now. This, if you want this, this is going to be an uphill battle for this collective. I'm going to be honest. I don't think they're going to be argumentative or angry. It's more, I really feel this person's kind of closed their heart space off here. So from an end of a season to a new, they're changing. Like I said, they've ended the cycle here with you of the karmic energy. They want to have new experiences now. This has burnt out quicker than they expected. So I think the flame had been there for so long, but how it's just burnt out so quickly. It's like, I think this person could be questioning, like I said, with that twin flame, and when I think for so long this person thought you were their twin, their divine, but how this is just burnt out, it's like maybe this was just a trauma bond. Sun, yeah, they're finally, so when I said they could still see you as their masculine, sorry, getting more clarity here. Oh, maybe a little bit. Maybe they do come in and out. It's hot and cold though. They're starting to see this whole situation with a magnifying glass. So the things that they were, remember what I said, I think this person for so long had compassion for your running behavior and your lack of divine feminine energy, but now again, it's because of this energy that's shifting of what they want for their future. And this person, I don't even think they know it. It's like you're not aligning with them. They could have found some things out as well that's helped them detach. Some very important details might have come across their table. But they could sometimes think that you watch in as well. They could think that you get more research done on them, or that you watch in on them. But I think it's more finding clarity. I think they've had hopes you would find clarity as well for so long. These first two rows are so important. Okay. I think right now they're stepping into their power. Attitude is everything. Cool, calm and collected, confident. They could think this about you at times as well. So, but even though I think they go over your aggression, I think that they do remember your happiness, and you could actually be quite a cool, calm, collected kind of person until your button gets pushed. Maybe they thank you as well for making them start to thrive in their independence. If you know this abandonment issues or codependence, you clearly gave them enough fires to heal that. It's kind of in the nicest way, your game's kind of backfired on you a bit here. But you made them found self-confidence, which is good. But I think they see you as confident as well. Alright, this last one. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. It's funny because it's like your other deck, you had one positive card. It's kind of the same here. I do think sometimes they hope that they'll get a reconciliation from you. I don't think it's completely out of their energy, but maybe flowers were a big thing here with you guys. But again, this is what they're trying to release. I need to be clear, the emotional release, chasing after something that's not theirs. I think this is where they reflect. I think they waited for openness, expression, warmth from you, reconciliation, love, but a happy ending. But unfortunately, everything happens for a reason. But it's funny because this says beauty, and remember I was saying it's like they don't remember you, but I find true divines, I hold you guys on a pedestal, so they were clearly very attracted to you. But again, I think this is what this person is trying to release. It does come over them. I'm not even going to try and say it doesn't, but it's like they're snapping themselves out of it, where before I think they could get lost in it. The shit, knowing they need to move on. Maybe they've got visions. Maybe they want to start traveling the world, and maybe, if they're really wanting to now settle down, maybe they're giving themselves a few months of just really seeing the world, so then they can, I just feel this person starting to reflect on what they truly want in life right now. Where for so long, I'm not going to lie, and this happens with the divines, the feminine's hitting that point of obsession. It feels like the only thing they want in life is you, when you by their side, and you coming back will make everything better. And I say to my divine feminines, that's the wrong outlook. I feel this feminine energy is really starting to understand about completing themselves, and they're really reflecting on actually what is going to make me happy. What can I do to find fulfillment other than thinking this person is going to grant all my fulfillment? And I think, again, this feminine that you're connected to, they're going through this detachment, and it's making them think that this must have just been a trauma bond, but it's not that. It's just that they're really coming within themselves. They're putting themselves first. Their frequency is, I did a reading the other day, from separation frequency to union frequency, because they're coming within, they're uniting themselves, they're focusing on the things that make them happy. They're not focusing on and I'm not saying this to upset you, but you are now the thing that makes them unhappy. And they're starting to realize, why am I craving something that makes me unhappy when I can have control of my happiness, my peace? Okay. I just want to see what this feminine believes your intention to be right now, and then I actually want to see what their true intention is towards this. Okay, so what does this feminine think your intention is? Okay. This is odd, because I actually feel, and don't make it fit, you as a collective, every time you've come in to this person, maybe you've done it in quite a sexual way, or, you know, always asking for pics, or just being quite Knight of Wands energy, quite, you know, kind of presenting, I'm not saying this to upset you, but a little bit childish, a little bit kind of player energy. I think they think your true intention will always be that. You've got to remember their energy's shifting. So, of course they would reflect over this. If they're thinking of that, their values long term, what they're really wanting. Yeah. I think there is a part of them that hopes you will surrender, but not to this connection, but more to yourself. But there's a memory here that they think maybe you go over from December to February. Maybe you guys had a rough Christmas. February 7th to March 19th. So maybe you've got to remember, the main thing is they're focusing on your wounded energy and, unfortunately, some of your negative behavior. So if they think your intention is, there's clearly a point here that they're wanting you to take accountability and realization for. I think that's what they hope you're reflecting on. And again, not just surrendering to them, but to yourself. I think this person genuinely wants change for you. I'm ready to surrender myself to our connection. I will no longer run away from it, and I will no longer deny it. So there could still be a part of them that hopes this, but again, I think it's because they're just transitioning their energy right now. I'm trusting in the universe and our love for one another. So maybe they do think you have trust, but then again, I think it's quickly replaced with, but I've only been shown this, so why do I keep holding on to this? One more. Yes. I think it's just confirming what we've said. Let's get one more for yes. Oh, that was rebuilding. Okay. And it's, again, they just want the best for you. This is a nice person because they just want you to heal. They want you to find greatness. They want you to... I felt that more with this surrender card. There could be a part of them that hopes that you will come back. Okay, but I think it's more this person really They see how broken you are, clearly. Okay, you've made and used excuses in order to control or sabotage this connection, but now you realize the only way to heal is to mend, acknowledge, and forgive your past. And it's funny because you are kind of going through that. Are you completely there? No. You've started to take reflection, but unfortunately the biggest thing I can see for you is still keeping yourself in situations that don't let you step outside of your comfort zone. So even though you're getting obstacle, it's like you still don't realize why the universe, your higher self, is granting you these obstacles with certain parts, because they don't serve you. So you're starting to go into reflection. You're starting to... Actually, I want to see what your true intention is. That's what they think your intention is. I actually want to see what your true intention is. I don't know if you've actually started healing or you're activated. Salem's ringing her bell. You didn't get... If you know about twins, you clearly... Let's see what your true intention is. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. So you're going over a memory from June to August, August to September. They're over another memory, so you're not on the same page there. But as I was picking them up, Pisces and insecurities, and it's funny because this is about how you viewed relationships in the past, and I deviated about how you overgeneralize things, okay? But even life, you box yourself into an outlook. It's that absolute security, and it's an illusion. You think relationships should be like this. So when there's ups and downs, nope, that's toxic. That's not... All relationships have ups and downs. It's how you overcome challenges that actually strengthens your bond in a connection. That's why communication tools are important, and you as a collective, you've got to learn to stop running away from the fire, because you never solve anything. So of course, this person, the next person, however many people, past people, your relationships would have always been like this, because you don't know how to communicate. In the nicest way. You got to work on your communication tools. You can't be so confronted by conflicts in life. That's escapist. There's some form of... Whoop, that's too hard. I'm out of here. Next. You always call in the same shit in life. Anyway. Your true intention. Okay, so there's an age difference here. And also people's opinions. So you're starting to... And you're right. You're seeing it, but you're not removing these people. Your very first deck. You know, but you fight it because it's your comfort. I'm an idiot. I spoke about our connection as if it was trivial, so you slandered this poor person as well. I didn't respect the sanctity of our connection. Instead of keeping things between you and I allowed others to interfere. 16, that could be important. 62, instant cosmic connection, similar upbringings or dating history, difference in age and maturity levels. I know there is a huge age gap, so the age gap here has intimidated you for a while between us, and some may even object to that. However, we are similar in so many ways regardless. And ghosted again, so you do definitely go over the ghosting. That's good. Tick for you. You feel guilt about that. That's good. Oh, regret, as we said it. So Scorpio energy, could be a Scorpio, they could be, but the energy of this card, 89. I'm sorry for accusing you of things, your overgeneralization. This was a big point for you. You're an accusatory person, but that's because of your own shade in the nicest way. I'm sorry for accusing you of things you didn't even do. I'm used to people hurting me. I assumed you were just trying to hurt me too. I should have treated you better. So you know it. So say it. Sorry. This is so weird. I never read a masculine energy like this. Don't think I'm being too hard. I do this for my feminines as well. You're clearly a newer watcher or something, or you're just going through absolute agony right now. I find my masculines are more silent watchers. You don't really comment, you just watch. So the age difference doesn't bother you. Maybe you think it bothers this person. Or maybe it was because of people's opinions you thought you were bothered by it, but you never really were bothered by it. One more. Oh, you did get the memory. Sorry, that's good, because that means you are a little bit on the same page still. You did get the same memory. So there was something with opinions here, and my garnet fell off again. My garnet ring fell off again, and I said January might be important, and January was a very important month because it fell onto that. So there was a memory here. You know you effed up. Take accountability. Yes! Stop it. Magic. You've got to change your expectation. It's not coming in. Don't have an expectation that this person's going to take you back or give you a second chance. Just clear the air here. This person seems to genuinely just want the best for you. And if they're not in the energy to start this again, if you guys are truly divines, anyway, we'll do this and we'll get some tarot here. I don't want to speak too soon. But if you're really wanting to activate your divine masculine energy, yes or no from this person, you got to walk through that fire. You just have to do it, because this will just keep getting progressively worse. Time's not going to heal this. It's consumed you, okay? It's just going to consume you more. Third, naughty. So you put this person in a third-party situation, and you know it, and you haven't admitted to it. I made you feel inadequate because I chose someone over you. I regret the pain, and friends as well, and family. So you didn't just choose family, you chose friends, you chose addictions, and you probably chose someone else. So you chose this, you made this person feel like a bottom of the barrel. I made you feel inadequate because I chose someone over you. I regret the pain I've caused, and you still haven't apologized. Shame on you. Due to my selfishness and my physical needs, you didn't deserve being treated as an option. Inner turmoil, victim mentality. Sorry, have to say it. We said it before. Self-pity is poison. So right now you feel bound physically, mentally and spiritually, which you're not. You've backed yourself in a corner with your behavior that you're not wanting to admit to. That's your choice. I feel there is no way out from where I am. I feel imprisoned. There is a way out. You feel imprisoned because you're choosing to feel imprisoned. You're in Eight of Swords. I'm trying to fight my inner demons, but it's just too difficult at times. It's not difficult. Projection. Do it. Mental discipline. Gosh, if you're truly this person's soul connection, you are a strong person. So just do it. Bite the bullet. Stop being around people that just weigh you down. Divine feminine. Good. You are finding your compassion. Love it. That's what you should first work on, your divine feminine side before your masculine side. Start seeing things clearly. I'm working on and start taking accountability. I'm working on my divine feminine side. I know I need to be more nurturing, understanding, and compassionate towards myself. You first. Be compassionate by seeing what doesn't align with you and others. I want to be more soft and loving, especially towards you. You will never be able to be soft and loving towards this person until you forgive yourself. We have all made mistakes in life. Own it. Take accountability for it. I just want to see this person's intention towards you quickly. They could be watching a little bit. They could be trying to get more research on you right now. Even if I'm gone, I'm still connected to you in some way. I can't cut you off completely, but I'm afraid. So they do. There's moments, but they know they can't because they've put in so much effort towards you. It's weird because I said before, I don't think this person, it's like they don't remember. They would remember you, but it's like they don't remember you. So I don't see how this, maybe they try and look at your socials. I feel you've got them blocked or you don't post much. There's a reason that came to my mind. That one stumped me a bit. So you activate their insecurities and you think that they're this, whoa, you make them insecure, you make them question their worth. I think once upon a time they thought you'd be a power couple. I think they thought you would rule the bloody world. I never understood what people meant when they used the term power couple. However, since meeting you, I realized how much positive change, that inspiration. So they still hold on to this a little bit. But you, because of your own bad behavior, you're affecting this person's insecurities. That's not good. You're going to get karma for this. If this person's truly a divine feminine and you're truly a divine masculine, you would have felt cursed after this relationship because of what you've done. In the nicest way. In the nicest way. Clear out your karma. Jeez Louise. All right. Let's get tarot. I want to see the universe's message to you, what you should do. And we'll see, again, your decision. I've got to get a big die, so I don't think you're in the mode of making a decision, but I think it is coming over you. 10. So maybe the next 10 days, completion! 10 October could be important. All right, let's see what the universe's advice is for you and how you should move forward. Not that I think you even really... I think you're a bit of a rebellious little soul. All right, let's see. Universe, this person, 10. 10, 10, 10. No. Dedicated effort towards your divine feminine. Stop it. High Priestess, Eight of Pentacles. You know, but you're scared. It's time to release your hidden truths, to activate your empathy, okay? And not just dedicated effort towards this person, but also to yourself. And I think you need to work on your own divine feminine energy as well. But you need to start being focused on the right things in life. Work towards a goal. Do you have short-term, mid-term, long-term goals? Goals are important for everyone, especially short-term ones, because then you accomplish something, reward yourself with something. As humans, we love to accomplish. We feel fulfilled. When we complete something, it ignites a flame. Everyone should live by short-term, mid-term, long-term goals, okay? But you need to start dedicating more time into yourself as well. Maybe stop dedicating all this time into the people around you that do not serve you and constantly put obstacles in your life, okay? But for you to start relieving some of your anxiety, you've got to reveal some truths here, all right? And you need to learn to be persistent in things. You give up too easily. And not just this, I'm talking in general. You remind me of someone kind of that jack of all trades, switching jobs all the time because you don't really know what you want to do. It's like you just don't dedicate. Again, as soon as there's a fire or things get too hard, what's next? You got to push yourself more, okay? And I'm going to say this, I actually think you're very gifted. You got psychic abilities, so you have a high priestess within you. Put more effort into your sight. Okay, it's so weird. I don't know why men, it's like oh, you think it's like a female industry or something. Men are powerful. There's something in you that you know you're special, but you need to put more effort and dedication into it. You're gifted. And you know what? That high priestess holding that knife, start cutting the people out of your life that hold you back and don't believe in you. People that you let into your life, they should believe and motivate you, not hold you back. If you can't show your real self to the people around you because you don't know how they're going to take what you're saying, you're more concerned about these people than yourself and your own voice. So if this is something that ignites in you and you know you're gifted, but you don't want to say anything to anyone because you're embarrassed on how they're going to, why do you care more about how others perceive you than yourself? And they're not the right people. Just saying, it's time to chariot your life. It's time to jump on that chariot and move forward. Forward movement, go. Willpower, action, dedication. That's what creates success. Stop choosing the easy path. Choose the hard path. Blood of fire and steel. Remember that. Destiny is around you. Your willpower needs to be worked on. And your drive. You need to learn to overcome obstacles. When it comes to this person, this, I always say, if you truly believe you're divine, it's, you guys are ruled by your cycles. But you would be having, and I say this to my feminines, whenever there's something pivotal that needs to shift, you get lessons. You would be getting placed, and we had a big thing about obstacles before. To show your higher self, you can push through obstacles. You're not going to back down. Face these obstacles in your life right now and ram them over. Get 7 of Wands. Who gives a shit about what anyone thinks? Get to the top of that Mount Everest. Focus on you, not everyone else's needs. You got some things coming in the next 10 days. Focus on them. To give you a 10 of Cups, love that. Love that. You do this, you're going to have one happy ending. Okay. I don't want to tell, I can feel this, I can feel your energy. You don't like being told what to do. Okay, I can feel it. But just remember, to get a 10 of Cups life, that is one painful 10 of Cups journey. Okay. It's here for you. But you need to push yourself. Okay. Marriage. Stability. Is this coming in 10 days? No, but can it be worked towards? Yes, it can. Have a goal. Long-lasting relationship. Fuck, that's gonna take some effort though. Let's actually see what your approach should be to this person and how they'll take your approach if you want to make action. What's that mean? Not yet. You're not ready. One more. All Swords, you are so stuck in the mud. You don't know what way to go. King of... Whoa. You're setting yourself up for failure. You're seeing this person as a Queen of Wands, so you know they're charismatic, magnetizing. It's like you think this person's perfection. This person's riddled with insecurities because of you. You need to go within. You need to think about everything. You need to reconcile things from the past. 4 of Swords, that's mental. Yes, it's meant. I always say 3 of Swords, heartache. 4 of Swords, mind ache. But once those 3 swords raise, that sword underneath you, it's going to go up your behind and you're going to charge and you're going to lock in, but you need a logical approach here. You're not seeing it right. And back to you thinking this person's going to lead the way. Fucking crazy. Sorry, nicest way. You've had a lot of opportunities to jump when they came in. I think this person's come in multiple times and you chose the ghost. Okay? If you truly are sitting here thinking this person's just going to come in and, you're crazy. Okay, you need to go within. You need to think before any kind of movement, and you need to find the truth in the situation. And you need to focus on speaking the truth about the situation. Don't approach hot and heavy. I always say in love, you actually don't want to see a King of Swords. You don't want to see that air approach because it's more detached, it's more hardened, it's more logical. But I think that's the only way it's going to work with this person. This person, I don't know if they're a stickler for truth or what it is, but they want to see that you understand what you've done. Okay? I want one more for this. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think you're going to be met. And this strength, lock in. Wait till you know you're in that energy. I don't think it's going to be easy for you. I'm going to be honest. It has to be equal give and take. You need to show this person that you value them. You value who they are. You both need to make effort here. But don't think by you just coming in once everything's going to clear out. This is going to take dedicated effort. And my advice is, and you had it in your first deck, you want to apologize. Make sure you're apologizing for the right things. Okay, just my advice is be honest. The only way you're going to be able to be honest is to truly reflect and take accountability for your actions. This person seems very logical, and I feel this person, if whatever faults they have made, they will easily come to the table and take accountability for their own faults. Hold on, let's just see. the potential of this. Good. I think you both will have courage over one another, but you've got to make sure you're not. Oh, I don't like that. One more. Good, Four of Wands. That's good. It's going to take time. I think you both, to really get to a Four of Wands, that's my 20 card, that's another card of marriage. I do think you can get there, but I think you both need to learn to trust each other. I think you both need to understand how burdened this has been for both of you. I think you both need strength in communication and courage, and I think you need to really trust in one another and what you're saying before the walls can. There's been a lot of damage, okay? And I think trust is something that is built over time. It can't be rushed. You have such a beautiful potential, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. So that's where your expectation's going to shoot you in the foot. It's like you think if you do come through, this is going to take time. So don't enter this person's life till you're willing to put in the time. Okay, that's your biggest message. Because like I said before, this person's energy is shifting now. It's like, I genuinely believe this person, you're lucky if they will actually eat this chance. But if they do my advice, do not move forward until you can put in the dedicated effort that's needed here. One more for this Four of Wands. And that comes from walking away from things in your life that you know hold you back. Your focus shouldn't be this person right now. It should be on your life. I'm going to be honest. You have potential of a 10 of Cups and 4 of Wands life with this person, or it could be someone else, whatever you want. But until you sort your shit out, you're going to keep repeating your same mistakes in love and in life. Okay, this I think is something very beautiful. Even though the universe didn't show me the Hierophant here, I do think you guys are a divine pairing. You got the 4 of Wands, but you need to rebirth what's been done, and that starts with you and really understanding I think you understand, but I don't think you really understand just yet. I don't know if you're very young, or it's like it's not completely developed up here, and maybe you haven't had as much life experience as this person. One more. Yeah, shadow. You still got to break through your shadow here. And the illusion. I think the sad thing is, there's certain things you've created in your mind you completely believe, but the thing is you're in an illusion, a fearful illusion at that. So again, there's people around you in your life that activate your shadow, your materialism, your addictions, there's a few things in life they're saying you present as a page, so you still need to develop in life. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're clearly a very special person, but some of the things you tell your mind, you get yourself in trouble, especially with the overgeneralizing. I'm going to be honest, I don't think you treat people the best, okay? And it's not because you don't intentionally do it. Again, your mind tells you that you're doing the right thing, but 7 of Swords, you wear a mask in life. You strategize, you lie, you cheat, you deceive, okay? And then when things get too hot and heavy, reverse. You start to feel guilt, you start to feel remorse, your consciousness gets pricked, but then because you don't have the communication tools, you can't own your vulnerabilities, your weaknesses, your faults, you just harbour it within and you think it's just going to disappear. That's not life. When we do wrong, not just to ourselves but others, that all stores, it starts to build trauma, and you might not feel it in that moment, but doesn't go anywhere. So my advice for you, before you enter this person's life, you need to sort out and you need to understand what holds you back emotionally. You need to know certain decisions and actions that you make in life do not serve you, so you can stop making the same repeated actions and decisions. You need to really reflect and understand what you want to achieve in life. You need to have some goals. You need to stop being in a little bit of self-pity and blaming everybody else around you for your life, and start reflecting a little bit. And I know that might be hard to hear, but if you're still watching this, you know it, okay? It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to break free from that moon energy. Just remember, you are not your trauma. You're going to be okay. But get your shit together. All right, stop making excuses. Venus star. Very nice. You could be a 6, or your relationship planet with this person could be a 6. So your destiny number, so your birth date to a single digit, this person's birth date to a single digit, then you bring it together to a single digit. Okay, you guys could be ruled by Venus. Okay. One of those loves that goes 0 to 100. IEPS. Oh. Sailing off into the sunset, and you can, just some decisions that you need to make. Trust in divine timing. Your clock could have just stopped, but this has stopped at 10:26 as well. 26th of the 10th could be an important memory or birthday. You're coming into a completion. This, for 10 days to come out, that means you can make some changes quite quick. You're already transitioning. You just need to have some... There's something about you need to reflect a little bit deeper, because I don't think you're seeing this whole situation correctly. Okay. Tree of life. Love from the start of time. If you guys are truly divine, you'll get back there. Don't stress. Just show this person you genuinely have remorse. And if you are met with a bit of resistance from this person, don't give up. Keep walking through the fire. Show them that you're not going anywhere. Build that trust bond. But if you've really run from this person, the way I'm seeing you've run, that's going to take some time to heal. But you're going to need to find the strength to fight for it. Okay? So until you have that strength to fight for it, don't even attempt to go forward. Okay? That's my advice. I'm just here for advice. You do what you want to. Like I said, this Right Collective, you don't like being told what to do. All right. Birthdays. Angel numbers, important dates. 30th of the 8th, 303, angel number. 10th of the 12th, 12th of the 10th, 101, angel number, 6 by itself. 6 is important, because we said that before. 13th of the 10th, 9th of the 10th, 10th of the 9th, 17th of the 9th, 17th of the 4th, 17th of the 3rd. All right, my loves. Woo! And then 3, expansion, Jupiter energy, grow, 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 grow. That was a really odd reading, but yeah, we got there. All right, I will be on TikTok a little bit later. I'm going to upload this on YouTube. That's what we're going to do. All right, I love you guys. Have a good day.